Hi world, it's about 8:30 p.m. on the 21st of April 2016. I'm looking at the horoscope of the Chernobyl disaster. A client recently sent me the data for it and asked me to look at it again, and having looked at the chart, I thought, what a wonderful lesson in astrology. For those amateur astrologers out there, here's the data. Chernobyl happened on the 26th of April 1986, 30 years ago, almost to the day, at 1:23 a.m. in Chernobyl, Ukraine, 5117 north, 30 degrees 15 minutes east, and that's at BADT time, -4 hours. At that time, at the exact time of the Chernobyl explosion, the sun in the sky was within half a degree of opposition to Pluto. 5 degrees Taurus Sun, 5 degrees Scorpio Pluto. Sun opposite Pluto. Pluto, of course, rules atomic power and nuclear energy. Plutonium. At the same time, Uranus in the sky was conjunct the ascendant to within less than 1 degree. So you've got Sun opposite Pluto, Uranus on the ascendant. That is an explosion in itself waiting to happen. Now, yes, this type of pattern happens every year for one day. And that doesn't mean that every year there's going to be a nuclear explosion. In fact, it's not that expectant at all. But what I do find fascinating is that at that time, Saturn in the sky was at 8.5 degrees of Sagittarius, retrograde. I note with interest that Mars today, yesterday, the day before, the last week, now, the next week, is standing still at 8 degrees of Sagittarius. It will also revisit 8 degrees of Sagittarius around the middle of August. I'm not trying to predict anything. You can't predict using astrology. You can forecast, you can give timings and areas, but what people do with that is up to them. You know, there's no such thing as prediction, and anyone who says they can is either a fool or genuinely psychic, and I like to think I'm neither. Nevertheless, Mars sitting for a week on top of Chernobyl's Saturn right now. From my astrological perspective, if I were a leader of the free world or the whole world, I'd be telling all nuclear technicians, have a look at what's going on. Do a systems check. From my astrological experience, it seems to me that where we are right now, there is a slightly higher chance than normal of some type of nuclear explosion of some type. Bearing in mind the large number of earthquakes that have been recorded, predominantly around the Ring of Fire, over the last 3-4 weeks, it does seem that some type of geophysical shift is happening. The North Pole is changing very fast. I don't want to dream anything in here. But if I were to be placed on put on the spot and said, okay, when's the craziest time of 2016 for there to be anything like some type of nuclear challenge or difficulty, I'd probably be saying just about now, with the possibility also of mid-August as being a similar occasion. Possibly also, well, no, not late July. That's when the sun will be opposite Pluto again. But these are crazy times we live in. It's worth having a look from an astrological perspective at the chart of the Chernobyl explosion. And any amateur astrologer out there who wants to understand a little bit more about the world and the way it really works, go and have a look at that horoscope. You'll be pleasantly surprised. Okay, sermon over for today. Catch you later. Bye.